takes that anyone can get in a Nissan GTR and go really fast on track. They're kind of a everyman hero. However, our esteemed editor, Mr. Dan Trent, thinks he's found an alternative, which is, believe it or not, a family estate car in the shape of the Audi RS6 Performance.
Here I am in an Audi RS6 chasing a Nissan GTR around the track. What possible good could this serve? For starters, we've got 605 horsepower in this new performance version of the RS6, because, you know, the standard 585 horsepower version just isn't quick enough.
This car here is capable of going under 3 seconds to 60. It's £80,000 worth, and it's 570 horsepower. But crazily, that Audi that's scaring me at the moment has got more power. It's not a lot different in weight, about 300 kilograms heavier.
But I've got a fancy sport differential on my side. That's Audi's locking differential on the rear axle, and that does actually seem to be doing a reasonable job. It is still an Audi, it's still a fast Audi, it's, you know, quite inert, there's not much steering feel. There is quite a bit of understeer, but if I trail the brakes in and just get on the power really aggressive, it does actually hold the line through a corner. I mean, it's not the last word in dynamic delight, but I think this Audi is far from being ashamed.
Yeah, we've just dropped him a bit through here. These faster changes of direction, I think it's just the Audi's understeering a little bit.
In a straight line, that GTR is not disappearing from me. He is hard on it, I can hear he's flat out there, but I'm going to be a little bit more circumspect into the corners, because this RS6 doesn't have the optional ceramic brakes, which I think, weighing 2 tons and being this quick, I'd perhaps prefer it did have. But yeah, understeer there. What's going to happen? Maybe the front tyres are letting go a bit.
I can just see Dan, as I've overdone it as well, really wrestling with that Audi.
This has got the optional RS Sport suspension, which is steel sprung and got that kind of fancy hydraulic diagonal link, which supposedly cancels out roll a bit. Daft as it sounds, it's no hot hatch, this thing, but actually you can fling it around. And look at that, through a chicane, you can bounce it over the curbs in the chicane, and that GTR is not disappearing quite as quickly as I thought it might.
That's such a massive car. It's so weird being on track and seeing that thing going so fast as well. It really isn't going slow.
He's probably not used to seeing Audi estate cars in his mirrors on the track, I would wager. Maybe on his way home on the daily commute, but not out here on the track. That's a four-wheel drift in a 2-ton, £100,000 estate car. What is going on with this car? It's brilliant.
This thing is incredible, but that Audi really shouldn't be able to do that. Of course, I'm not quite sure how long it's going to be able to keep doing that before it runs out of brakes, tyres, or petrol probably, but it's a hell of a thing.
Even Godzilla can't outrun the fast lane bully that is an Audi.
Oh, I've overdone it.
No, he's outbraked himself, he's outbraked himself. There we go. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a demonstration of fast lane Audi bully tactics on a track against a GTR.
Before we came into these cars, Dan mentioned that these can be quite sharp on the brakes, and that nearly caught me out there. It just shows I'm working quite hard in this GTR to keep that behind me.
What a surprising car. 4-sprung dirt, lots of horsepower basically. Simple as that. What a machine.